Hey everybody, Sam back once again, and yes, in this video we're going to show you the keyboard on the Samsung Galaxy S4. So let's check it out. So yes, here is the keyboard. Now as you can probably tell, there's a slight difference between the S3 and the S4 version, that being having the number pad at the top of every single page, and I'm a big fan of that. Now the reason for this video is because a lot of people liked last year's video and they want me to do a new one just showing the new settings that are available on this one. So anyway, here we go. So yeah, those numbers, I think they're awesome. I love them being there. It saves you from tapping from going in to tap to tap to tap. Now I know some people are probably thinking, but Sam, you could tap on W or you could tap on E and get your number there. I know you can do that, but I'm just a fan of the way it is. And let's be honest, with a 5-inch display, you don't really, you're not really going to miss that little bit of screen real estate, are you? Really? I don't think you will. But anyway, there are a couple of ways of obviously typing on this device. Now it seems weird, obviously typing on the device, really. Now there's two ways to do it. There is the normal typing methods, it's like, hey, how are, so hey, how are you? So boom, as you probably tell, I was doing it wrong, but it knows what I was trying to do. Behind the keyboard is all done by a Swift key. So in terms of the typing prediction, it's pretty much the best on the market. Now what I will show you is I think is really cool. So I can put like hey and space, and if I put how, it's going to know that I want to type you are next, and it predicts what you're going to want to do. Now the more you use this keyboard, the smarter it becomes, and the smarter it becomes, it kind of knows what you're going to type before you even start typing it. And as an example, like hey, how are you doing today? Boom. And I think it's really smart. It's very, very clever. And again, it's all down to Swift key why it's that clever. Now, there's the typing method, but there's a continuous input method as well, which I'm going to show you. So as an example, instead of typing, what you can do is actually swipe with it, or you can flow with it, as Swift key would say. Swipe is obviously another company who makes a very similar keyboard. Samsung used their keyboard in a previous handsets. I think it's the S2 had swipe in there on the American versions. Anyway, I digress. So as an example, you can actually swipe with it instead. So it's like hey, how are you? Say, hey, how are you? You're like, I'm okay, thanks. Obviously you got a slight mistake there, but the more you learn with it, the more you use it, the better it does get. And I'm a big massive fan of the way that you can do this. I use it all the time. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always swiping, flowing, whatever you want to call it, just because you get more productive, and I think it's a lot faster to do it that way. So that's basically the main features of the keyboard. Now obviously you go to your system, you do get all your different kind of characters, and you get 2 pages of them. So you've got plenty of ones to be playing around with. I don't really see the need of having all these ones. You probably could cut it down just to 2 pages. Let's jump into the settings, because obviously this is a big part of the keyboard itself as well. So you can have your portrait keyboard, you can have your QWERTY or your 4x3. Now this is one for a lot of people that they're not used to using normal kind of QWERTY keyboard. They like their old numbered keypad. This is for you. So as an example, you can be like, hey, he knows what you're looking to type. How are you? Boom. And as you can tell, it's still predicting, so it still knows what you're looking to be typing. And I love it. I like the fact that they give you 2 ways. For the older generation, or people that just don't like using a QWERTY keyboard, either they think the fingers are too big, or they got nails, I don't know, and just want to use like the bigger keyboard, you can still use it, and I think that's a big plus point from Samsung. And I think it's one of the only manufacturers that keeps it inbuilt on the device. So again, let's jump back into your settings. We're going to change that back because I'm used to using the QWERTY. Input languages, I could go through all these, but there are millions of them almost. So as an example, I'm just going to go through them really quickly. And as you can see, if there's one to update, you can update it. Now obviously I don't speak Polish, so I don't need to update that one. And go through them. So these are the ones you get on the device, and these are ones you can actually download and put on the device as well. So obviously if you're in one of these countries, and if you're importing one from the UK, then you are pretty much good to go. So yeah, let's jump out of that one. Now predictive text. Now obviously this is the way it learns what you're going to be using. Now this is the Swift key element of it. It can learn from Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, your messages, your contacts, clear remote data if you want to wipe all of it. Obviously clear your personalised data as well. But yeah, I mean auto replacement and personalised data, I have them in there because I'm not that fussed in all honesty. You've also got the continuous input, so as I showed you previously, make sure that's ticked if you want to use that one. If you're not too fussed about it, you can have what's called cursor control instead. Now instead of having continuous input, you just use the cursor. Now I'm going to show you this now. So obviously when you're in here, let's say you want to type loads of stuff. Now let's say you want to move back. Now as we all know, you can use the finicky little ones like that, and you can kind of move it. And I see it's not always the best way to do it, but you can do it. Now the other way to do it is actually just using it and just swiping across it like that. So as you can see, hopefully you can see that there. As I move along, I can change it and then delete and then put something else in there and move across it again. So if you're not fussed about the actual continuous input, which obviously you can't use now because it is turned off, then you can use the cursor control instead. Personally, I'm not really fussed about it. I like using the actual that one instead. There are some handwriting options. Personally, I don't like it. It's just very slow and a bit buggy. But if you want to, obviously you can change all your different settings on there, change your pen colour, change the actual type and stuff like that. Entirely up to yourself. And in the advanced settings, it's with regards to that stuff there. So again, if you want to change any of those stuff as well. Again, I don't want to get too in depth and go, make it to a 15-minute video. I just want to show what the settings are, what the keyboard looks like and how it does perform. I'm a big massive fan of the keyboard. I've been flicking between this Swift key and the new swipe, but I do keep coming back to this one because effectively it is Swift key, obviously with a Samsung kind of flavour on it. But do you reckon, do you like the keyboard or do you not like it? Are you impressed by what they've done? Are you glad they used Swift key or do you think they should go back to swipe? As always people, leave those comments down below. If you did enjoy this video then please do hit the like button, it is very much appreciated and it does help. And yeah, subscribe for more videos. Anyway people, I appreciate you watching and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers everyone.